one of the things I've always loved about Austin for me is Austin doesn't need proof. No one in Austin, if anybody comes up to me and goes, hey man, can you talk to my babysitter's sister on the phone? She's a fan, or can I have a picture? I immediately am like, you're not from here, are you? And they're like, nope. And I'm like going, yeah, I could tell. Austin's never needed proof that I was in Austin. You know, Austin, my Austin's has always been, you're walking down that side of the street and I'm walking on this side. And you yell across the street, say, man, you got a joint? And I yell back, be a lot cooler if you did. And we crack up, and the people around us crack up, and we walk on. But that wasn't needed the proof, you know, albeit I've had people in many places around Austin where if someone from out of town's coming up and kind of going off or making a scene about me being there, the people in the restaurant or the grocery store will actually go up and go, hey, man, it's cool. We see him all the time. And it's beautiful, you know?
Yeah, it's good, right? It's good for you.
Yeah.
Are you worried at all about losing the soul of Austin? Or about how much it changed? Are you one of those people, or you just seem like you focus more on fixing it than
No, I do. I am concerned with it. We got a lot more socialites in Austin than we used to have. I'm not sure what a socialite is.
They look real good.
They look good. They show up everywhere. They're omnipresent.
Well, I mean, the last time I ran into you was on the putting green of a public golf course about 6 blocks from where you were busted bongo and naked, I think.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to lose places, and I know it's just a golf course, but we're going to lose places like Lions, and we're going to lose part of what made our community what it is. And so, you know, how do we not do that? And, you know, considering how much it costs to live here now, you know, it attracts a certain, you know, wallet size, and that doesn't mean rich people don't.
And displaces a lot without that wallet size.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's another thing. We have to, you know, we love to parade and amplify and talk about our great diversity in Austin. Well, we're probably not as diverse fairly as we like to sometimes believe we are. And so, you know, also this about Austin, you know, Austin, I think we sometimes suffer from being a tad indifferent. I think, you know, we've never looked outside of ourselves for applause or approval, but at the same time, I think we should take more ownership of our IP, of who we are. No place will open up the Rolodexes for a newcomer quicker, but let's not be foolish about that. And let's see ourselves as not just this place that, oh yeah, we're this wonderful blueberry and the tomato soup, and it's a great place to come. All you got to do is be yourself. But no, let's take a claim and say we're in a position to lead as a city. So look, we have to, with places like Lions, I don't have the answers for all these, obviously, but it's this balance between, we have to go, well, what do we need to maintain and respect about our traditions? And then what do we just, well, we don't want to lose it for nostalgia's sake. You know what I mean? There's a difference there, because things will change. You can't, it's not a time to sit here and go, oh, I'm only the Austin of old. I liked it. We were a hippie music college town. Sorry, we're not that anymore. Only. We're a lot more. We're a .com city. We're a bank city. We're a lawyer city. We're an international destination. We're a whole lot of things. And that's not going backwards anytime soon. But how can we just do that qualitatively moving forward, where we maintain that soul, which, to answer your first question, which I do fear that you got to watch it. I've seen a lot of Austin change. My wife in her time has seen Austin change from the Austin I introduced her to 11 years ago, 12 years ago. I've got a shared and competent values campaign that I want to share with Austin, to sell Austin to Austinites, to remind us why we love it here, and also to educate and initiate the newcomers as to who we are and who we're not. And don't be trying to turn here into why you left there, because as we grow into this great metropolis, which we are becoming, that's not stopping. How do we maintain the core values and of our village values that we have, why we love it here? As a Roy Spence line, Austin, where a place where nobody's too good and everybody's good enough. Yeah, we can't lose that. in Austin. And to use a line from Mayor Adler, we got to make sure we don't start consuming more than we create, you know, or we in times of success personally. And I look at Austin as a person, as an individual entity. We can all over leverage ourselves. We can look up and go, oh my gosh, I was most popular. And I took on this and I took on that and took on this, and I'm making C's in all of them. Well, let's make sure we don't take on too much in the name of progress to say, where we look up 10 years from now and go, who the hell are we? Who did we become? Did we sacrifice our values just for the opportunity of affluence? But did we not measure what did we, I have this line in the book. We all want to be relevant, but let's ask ourselves, relevant for what? You know, so Austin, it's a great time for Austin to check in with ourselves and ask ourselves, we want to be relevant. We are relevant, but let's ask ourselves, what are we relevant for? And what do we want to be relevant for? A lot of people come to Austin. A lot of people come to Texas. No taxes. A lot of people come to Austin because you can be yourself. Well, let's make sure that, as I said earlier, you don't come here trying to turn here into why you left there, but also ask not what Austin can do for you. Ask what you can do for Austin. We got a special place on the globe, and it's got special people in it. And I think we can be bullish on that.
As you know, I'm the restaurant critic here, so I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, a year from now, say we're in a healthier place and a safe, it feels okay to go eat in a dining room somewhere. You got 2 or 3 meals you're looking forward to getting back to eating here in town?
Oh, Hutch just closed, didn't it?
Yeah.
I missed that walk. I'll forget the number. I'll forget what it was called, but that guacamole bacon burger was damn good in the corner over there in that booth. Hey, you know what? Austin's got, you know, people ask me all the time, where do I go eat in Austin? I'm going to Austin. And I was like, look, number one, you kind of can't go wrong. If you're not putting out a great product in Austin, you're not open for long, or you're moved on. We've also got absolute, you know, a lot of times somebody like in a position of an Aaron Franklin, or somebody like Tyson with Uchi or Uchiko, you get the award, you're number one, but then after that, it's really not one of the best places to eat. But actually the quality in those 2 places are still great and tremendous quality, and 2 of my favorite places to eat in the world, and still right up there is one of my favorite barbecue places and one of my favorite sushi places. And how the hell does that work? We're inland in Austin, Texas. How do we have such great sushi here? What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. Oceanfront property in Arizona. But it is, and those are places. You know, I'm looking forward to those 2 places right off the bat.